Jai Ho, my dear students. I am Ratnakar Suryamshi from SK Public School. Since the last class or till last class, we have learnt in federalism. What we have learned? See, meaning of the federalism we have learned. Then I told you the key features of the federalism, and after that we have learned the two types of federalism. I mean two formations. I told you how the federations are formed. Which are those holding together and coming together we have learned. Even we have learned the types of federations or types of governments. We have learned unitary government and federal government. About all these things we have learned. And very next, I mean in the last class, we have learned how federalism there in India, which means we have learned that about the three lists. Mainly we have learnt about the three lists of the division of legislative powers between central and state government. Which are those three lists? You know that central list, state list and concurrent list. And one more we have learnt about residuary subjects. So about all these things we have already learnt in the last class. So today we will learn how is federalism practiced in India. How federalism practiced in India. About that we will learn. How it is practiced then, right? Question arises commonly. In this concept we learn mainly about 3 points. Mainly about 3 points we will learn. Okay. So before going to those points, we will see just one introduction also for this. See, constitutional provisions are very important. Here, constitutional provisions are necessary for the success of federalism. Constitutional provisions means constitutional laws, constitutional acts are very important. They are necessary for the success of federalism. But only that is not enough. Then how federalism succeeded in India? How federalism has succeeded in India? Question arises, right? The federalism has succeeded in India because of the nature of the democratic politics of our country. See, the democratic politics, the nature of democratic politics. The nature of democratic politics has played a very important role in the success of federalism in India. Which one that is? The nature of democratic politics also played a very important role in the success of federalism in India. And see, this ensured that the spirit of federalism, I mean the true nature of the democratic politics, it had ensured the spirit of the federalism as well as respect for diversity and desire for living together became shared ideals in our country. See, here first one, spirit of federalism. Second one, respect for diversity. And third one, desire to live together. These all became the common ideals in our country. These all the ideals together made our nature of democratic politics. And this nature of democratic politics, including or together with the provisions of constitutions, both made our country's federalism a successful one. Then, say here we will learn then what are the major ways in which this happened. I mean, what are the major ways in which the spirit of the federalism is maintained as well as respecting the diversity and having desire to live together. All these things, how these are all are maintained. In what ways these all the things happened. About those we will learn. So first point, that is linguistic states. So first point we will learn, that is linguistic states. This is the first point in how is federalism practiced in India. First one is linguistic states. See here, commonly know that here linguistic states means obviously a question. Obviously, we can come to know that linguistic means language-based states, language-oriented state formation. That is what we call linguistic states. So let's say about this. See, the creation of linguistic states was the first and a major test for democratic politics in our country. It was a major exam. It was the major test, first and important major test or exam for what? For the democratic politics of our country, of India. It was like a test. See here, if you look at the political map of India, when obviously you can come to know that when the journey of democracy began, you know that from since 1947, the journey of the democracy started in India, right, till today, till 2021 we can consider. But say you will surprise the extent of the changes. Many old states in this time, in this period, many old states have vanished. Many old states have been removed, as well as many new states have been created in our country. And areas, boundaries, as well as the names of the some states have been changed. Some areas names also have been changed, some states names also changed, as well as some boundaries names also have been changed. This is what happened in India. Even some places names also changed in India, which means changes took place in this spirit, right from the beginning journey of the democracy. I mean right from 1947 in India. So in 1947, the boundaries of several states, several old states of India were changed in order to create new states, which means in 1947, what happens is the boundaries of the several states, especially old states, several old states have been changed in India for the creation of new states. This was done to ensure that people who spoke the same language could live together in the same state. Why the boundaries have been changed? To make the people of same language to live together. Because of that, the state boundaries, old states boundaries of India have been changed to create new states. Why to create new states? So that one common language people, one common language speakers could live together. And say some states were created not on the basis of language, but to recognize differences based on culture, ethnicity or geography. I mean, not all the states in India have been created on the basis of language. There are states in India which were created on the basis of the differences based on culture, ethnicity and geography, or geographical diversity is on the basis of culture, on the basis of ethnic compositions. On these basis also, some states have been created in India. Then which are examples for these? Examples are the northeastern states we can consider. For example, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand as well as Nagaland. Jharkhand, Uttarakhand as well as Nagaland, these were the best examples for the states which were created in India on the basis of culture, ethnicity and geography. This is the linguistic. This is all about linguistic states. But say important point is now, our national leaders had fear when the demand for the creation of new states increased, when the pressure for the creation of new states in India increased. Our national leaders had fear. At that time, our national leaders had fear that creation of states on the basis of language would disintegrate our country, would destroy our country into small pieces. This fear was there in the hearts of our national leaders at that time. But in the beginning, they resisted to create states in India. But because of the huge pressure in India, they said yes. Then the states were created. But it is proved that creation of states did not destroy the integrity, unity of our country. It had increased. It had strengthened the unity of our country. I mean, creation of states strengthened the unity or the strength or the integrity of our country, neither destroy. So this is what happened in India. First state of independent India is Andhra Pradesh. When 1952 Potti Sriramulu went on fast more than 50 days, as you have learnt in the class 8. He went on fast for more than 50 days. Then he died. Then the violence took place, extreme violence took place across the Andhra area. Then central government approved their demand, accepted the demand for the creation of a state in India called Andhra Pradesh, finally. Then after that in 1956, according to the recommendations of the Fazal Ali Commission is also called as State Reorganization Committee. So according to the State Reorganization Committee, many other states were established in India, created in India. One of them is our state, Karnataka. So this is all about linguistic states. This is all about linguistic state. This is the first point in how is federalism practiced.